FC26 is here, and if you're looking for a cheap and reliable way to buy your FC26 Ultimate Team coins, then please look no further than max.com, formerly known as fifacoin.com. It's going to be loads of great offers across the years, and don't forget to use my code Martin for that extra 8% discount. Link will be in the description.
Hi guys, Martin88 here, and welcome back to another FC26 video, and it's a how to beat high rated legendary. I did a how to beat legendary tutorial on day one. I'm not going to lie, I still stand by probably everything that I said, but I'm just going to reiterate it, and I'm going to show you some gameplay. You saw the team that I'm facing on screen. I'm just going to reiterate it and show you what my gameplay looks like at the moment, because I still get lots of messages from people that are struggling with squad battles or
I'm Derek Ray, ready to bring you match commentary, and alongside me is Stuart Robson. And what we have coming up
something I want to say already, and I think this is a good thing personally. I play absolutely rubbish in this game and still win 5-0. I'm going to tell you now, it's 5-0, yeah? I find it incredibly easy to get to Elite 1, so I'm playing this so blasé. If I could get top 200 and there wasn't cheaters, I'd be zoned in. You'd see an immaculate display. I'm not entirely sure that would help you guys, right? So you're going to see a wall-to-wall performance here of me playing very, very casual, just wanting to get the game over and done with, and still beating a high-rated team 5-0. You're seeing actually how easy it can be if you do the right things, okay? So, first thing that I want to say is,
will they stay high and wide?
You need to have fast players, okay? I'm not really going to dwell too much on like the individual things that are going on in the game, but if you listen to what I say, you know what's going on in the game, right? So you need pace, okay? All over the pitch. I'm playing with a 77 rated centre-back because he's got 86 pace. I don't care if you've got a centre-back that's high rated, it doesn't bother me, okay? I just want pace in the team. And you're going to see the first goal here, and I've got Adama Traore, who's got 76 rated, but he's lightning quick. It's good enough, yeah? So we need pace, 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 and more pace, right? The second thing is that the way you're going to...
Guys, really quick interruption. I just wanted to say, if you're somebody that is struggling with FC26, or you're just somebody that wants to improve at FC generally, then please feel free to get in touch with me. I am a professional FC coach. I've been doing it for about 5 years now. It doesn't matter what end of the spectrum you are. Please feel free to get in touch. Details are on screen.
To score goals is mainly through counter-attacking, yeah? And which is what I did in that first goal there, yeah? And of course, for that, you need lots of pace. You also need to be really direct, okay? And that's my thought process, is that's where it falls down for a lot of you, is that you slow it down too much, and therefore they end up getting back, and then that's when you're like, oh, they've got the whole team behind the ball, there's no space, you know, I can't score. Because that is true. When they get players back behind the ball, it is quite difficult to score. I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's a hell of a lot more difficult than if you are counter-attacking, all right? So, we've established that we need a lot of pace, okay? Then we've established that we need to counter-attack, okay? And we need to be nice and direct. But how do we actually do that? Well, you're just seeing on screen here, where I've got my left winger away, triggering runs is a great way of doing that. In fact, I'm going to go as far as saying that it is an absolute must to beat these types of teams easily. And when I say easily, if you're playing against a high-rated team on Legendary, and you're winning 3-0 or 4-0 or 4-1, then what's the problem? No, that's fine. As long as you're smashing the easy teams, then you're doing a good job, you know? If you're playing on world class and not doing it, then it's a skill issue, in my opinion, yeah? And if you think that world class is just that difficult, well, then just play on Legendary, which I've heard some people say, you know? Because sometimes I don't beat them 5-0 every single time. But like when I win 3 or 4-0, it's normally down to like the type of players that we're using at the moment, and you know, chances not going in and stuff like that. You know, like later on in the game, this game cycle, that chance you just saw on screen, I'll probably go in. So I'm not sweating about it. You know, at half time, this game is 1-0, but I could have easily have been 3, maybe even 4-0 up. But I know how these games go, so it's not that much of a big deal. Yeah. So on the counter attacks, we trigger runs. Yeah, it's an absolute must. I even trigger runs of my 2 central midfielders, and you're going to see a couple of goals later on in this game from my central midfielder that he scored because I trigger him. Okay, I really can't emphasize that enough. Okay. Then the other thing that you're looking for when you're breaking, so when you're counter attacking, is you're looking for that corridor. Okay, what do I mean by that? You're looking for that corridor of space between the fullback and the centre back. Okay, if you play online, yeah, so in Rivals and Foot Champs, you'll know that's where lots of people try and play the ball. Okay, because that's where wingers on inside forward will run if you just give them some time. And the first goal that I scored was in that corridor of space that we talk about. Okay, and if you play the ball through there, then your wingers will cut in through that space and you'll be in. Will it work every time? No. But if it works 2 or 3 times, quite honestly, then they should end up being goals. Okay? So, you see here, it's half time. It's only 1-0, but big deal. Don't get anxious. Don't get wound up. Just keep playing. Just keep playing. Repetition, 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 repetition. Don't get too high. Don't get too low. Don't get frustrated. Just keep the performance going. Because I know that I've created a load of chances, and on a different day they could go in, and I'm thinking, well, in the second half they probably will go in. Well, does that mean that I win 5-0? Don't know. It might be 4, might be 3, but whatever. It's going to be enough to get Elite 1. I stopped with 5 games to go this week with Elite 1. So it's really not that difficult. So you see here, I've been really aggressive, but I don't care because I've got my centre back with all that pace to cover it, so I can be really aggressive in trying to win the ball back. And that's something else that I would say is defending for me is really quite easy. You concede hardly any goals whatsoever, but when I do defend, I defend like this, where I push them out wide. I use the fullbacks, like I have done this for years and years and years, and they'll probably just cross it in and you'll be able to deal with it, or the goalie will catch it, or they'll try and pass it in and you'll intercept it, as long as you've got half decent fullbacks. So yeah, in terms of the defending, I don't care. And that's why you're seeing me push centre backs out of position, getting caught on the ball a bit, because I'm thinking I don't really care. I don't really care because you're not very good at attacking. I concede hardly any goals. You can see now we're counter-attacking. This is where we need to try and score goals, and we trigger the run of the cam and we're in. Easy peasy. And if you are defending how I have said with the pushing them out wide with the fullbacks, which is if I was in 4-head mode, that's what I would do. 4-head mode, I mean, like if I was trying my utmost, right? If I was trying to get into the top 200 or something like that, which can't because of the PC hackers, but I would be pushing them out wide constantly. Yeah, that's how I would be defending non-stop. And then when we win the ball, I don't have bundles of players back, so it allows us to break at pace with space, and we can score goals. It's really not too much of a problem. Let's have a look at this piece of defending. So we push them out wide. Yeah, we're still making sure that we're emphasising it out wide. And eventually they put in a little cross and we're able just to bring it down and play it out. Yeah, and this is one of the best teams on Legendary. You're really not that dangerous. I go games and games and games without conceding. Like, the defending really doesn't cross my mind. You can see here, we trigger the run on the left. We're in again. Loads of pace. Prelio is absolutely amazing. Easy pullback. And finally we get our second goal. The second goal comes on the 68th minute. In squad battles, as long as you continue to do the right thing, your goals can come bang, 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 bang. You don't have to worry too much. Sorry, the third goal, you don't have to think, oh my God, like there's only 20 minutes left. Like, they can just come really, really quickly, So, yeah, and at this point, particularly where it's now 3-0, I'll just push even more aggressively and really won't care too much about the defending. I'll just let's go, let's get the extra goals. And just keep pushing. There, obviously offside. But if you've got any questions, get into the comments, or if you've heard about my coaching, if you want to take it a step further, then of course hit me up. But I really don't think you guys should have too many issues. You know, I'm not saying everyone's going to batter the AI 5-0, but you should be able to do enough to get your Elite 1 score, to be quite honest with you. So this, you see again how aggressive I'm being here with the pressure. Lots of right stick switching, lots of second man press, because they just hoof it up the pitch then, and you should be able to win it back quite easily, you know. Okay, so 4th goal coming up, and it's just a nice triggered run with the centre mid. We get through on goal, tuck it away, and it's just so simple. It really, really is, you know. And it's like I've said, those triggered runs, and if you've got decent enough type players, like Endo's not lightning quick, but for a centre mid, he's okay in terms of his pace, and he's relatively agile. And yeah, it's really, really easy to get that 4th goal. It's just a case of knowing what you're looking for. I said this to somebody the other day. It's really not that hard, but you just have to know what works and repeat. So now we're absolutely pressing the life out of it to get our 5th goal. We nearly get in there. That's what I mean. It doesn't matter. Nearly, because enough of them you'll get through. And here we go. Pretty sure that this is the 5th goal. It's the same again. Yeah, so we trigger Endo again. Through on goal. We smash it in. 5-0. Easy peasy. Now a lot of you will say, oh, when I play it doesn't look like that. It does. It really does. You just need to do the right things, you know. Triggered runs, lots of pace, counter attack, and you'll be fine. Yeah, not problems whatsoever. So we get to 5-0. There's a minute left. All I'm thinking about here is, okay, so we've got this far. Don't concede now and lose your clean sheet, because that's worth quite a lot of points. And the more points that I can get, the fewer games that I have to play to get to Elite 1, quite frankly, is what I'm thinking of. And it was really quite simple, as you saw, and they get offside. Pushing them out wide, and they're offside. Stupid, yeah? Then we run out of play, and we've got our 5-0 win. Now, 5-0 win against a high-rated team on Legendary will get us 2,700 points, roughly, I would say. Which and you get like 900 coins as well, which shows how hard it is to get coins is quite nice. Expected goals for them 0.2, and I was really not defending that cautiously whatsoever. But yeah, there we go, guys. So that is it for today. Hopefully that's helped you out in some ways. Get into the comments and let me know if you've got any questions or queries. But hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. See you later, guys. Bye-bye.